Hello, wonderful students. We're now moving on to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is critically important in nursing, as well as Erickson's psychosocial developmental theory. In nursing, we consider the physical, safety, psychosocial, and spiritual needs of each individual patient. Abraham Maslow, back in 1968, developed a hierarchy of basic human needs that describes which needs of a person are the most important at any given time. Certain needs are more basic or essential than others and must be at least minimally met before other needs can be considered. As environmental influences expand beyond the immediate caregivers or family, development is influenced by a wide variety of psychosocial experiences as well as circumstances that are occurring in the physical environment. In order to better understand what motivates human beings, Maslow proposed that humans' needs can be organized into a hierarchy. This hierarchy ranges from more concrete needs such as food and water to abstract concepts like self-fulfillment. According to Maslow, when a lower need is met, the next need on the hierarchy becomes our focus of attention. Certain needs are more basic or essential than others and must be at least minimally met before those other needs can be considered. Maslow's hierarchy of need is a motivational theory of a five-tiered model of human needs. Each person is capable and has the desire to move up the hierarchy toward a level of self-actualization. That's at the top. Unfortunately, progress is often disrupted by a failure to meet a lower level need. Life experiences, including divorce and loss of a job, may cause an individual to fluctuate between these levels of hierarchy. So this is, it's a gradual progression up and down the hierarchy of needs. So one might be, going through life, they have access to food, water, sleep, and their homeostasis, they're healthy, so they have excretion, everything's working fine. They go up the ladder, now they're on to safety, they've got a job, and they have a home, and they have a family, and they're healthy, right? So then they go up to the friendship, family, love and belonging, or sexual intimacy, right, at the third level. Now they get married, they have a family, right? Then they go up to self-esteem. They got this great job and they're making progress as a nurse and they're a leader, and now their husband dies. Guess what? They drop back down, right? The husband was, they have a family of 8 kids and the husband's income is part of that picture, right? So now we have all gone all the way back down to the base level, right? Because where are we going to get our food, water, and shelter from, right? So you can see how you fluctuate between these levels throughout your life. Excuse me. Maslow considered physiological needs to be the most basic and therefore the most essential of our needs, right? So they're going to have the highest priority. If someone is lacking in more than one need, they're likely to try to meet these physiological needs first. For example, if someone is extremely hungry, it's hard to focus on anything else besides food, right? Once people's physiological requirements are met, the next need that arises is a safe environment. Our safety needs are apparent even early in childhood, as children have a need for safe and predictable environments, and typically react with fear or anxiety when these aren't met. Maslow pointed out that in adults living in developed nations, safety needs are more apparent in emergency situations. The next need in the hierarchy involves feeling loved and accepted. This need includes both romantic relationships as well as ties to friends, ties to family members. It also includes our need to feel that we belong to a social group. Importantly, this need encompasses both feelings of being loved and feeling loved toward other people. Our esteem needs involve the desire to feel good about ourselves. According to Maslow, esteem needs include 2 components. The first involves feeling self-confident and feeling good about oneself. The second component involves feeling valued by others. That is, feeling that our achievements and contributions have been recognized by other people. When people's esteem needs are met, they feel confident and see their contributions as achievements as valuable and important. Self-actualization refers to feeling fulfilled or feeling that we are living up to our potential. One unique feature of self-actualization is that it looks different for everyone. For one person, self-actualization might involve helping others. For another person, it might involve achievements in an artistic or a creative field. Essentially, self-actualization means feeling that we are doing what we believe we are meant to do. Erickson believed that development is a continuous process made up of distinct stages characterized by the achievement of developmental goals that are affected by the social environment and significant others. He identified 8 stages that progress from birth to old age and death. Each stage is characterized by a developmental crisis to be mastered with possible successful or unsuccessful resolution of the crisis. Unsuccessful resolution at any one stage may delay progress through the next stage, but mastery can occur later. Erickson's stages of psychosocial development can be utilized by mental health providers when treating patients who are facing periods of adjustment or turning points in their lives. When taken in the appropriate context to social and cultural factors, it can be a means for the patient to augment awareness and understanding of themselves. Block 1 focuses on the adult and the older adult. Therefore, when looking at the stages of psychosocial development, we will focus on the 3 stages of intimacy versus isolation, generativity versus stagnation, and integrity versus despair. Intimacy versus isolation. The tasks for the young adult are to unite self-identity with identities of friends and to make commitment to others. Fear of such commitments results in isolation and loneliness. The next stage, generativity versus stagnation. This is for the middle-aged adult years. They are marked by involvement with friends, family, and community. This is also a time for becoming concerned for the next generation and desiring to make a contribution to the world. If this task is not met, stagnation occurs and the person becomes self-absorbed and obsessed with his or her own needs or regresses to an earlier level of coping. And then the next stage is integrity versus despair. As a person enters later years, reminiscing about life events, that provides a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Some older adults may not be fearful of dying if they feel they have achieved integrity. If a person believes that his or her life has been a series of failures or missed opportunities or directions, a sense of despair may prevail. Okay, this is it for this chapter.